We're Jay and Beans, and this summer we hit the road for 6,000 miles across the U.S., from Kentucky to California and back. 4 episodes, 1 excellent adventure. Let's go. Our first leg takes us west, toward St. Louis, Missouri, home of the Gateway Arch and the perfect symbol for our cross-country adventure. From there, we'll make our way across Kansas, because who doesn't want to see the Kansas Barbed Wire Museum? And we'll wrap up this first stretch in Colorado, visiting friends and catching our first concert at the legendary Rocks Amphitheatre. So buckle up. This is episode 1, Gateway to the West. What's on the agenda for today?
Today we are headed to St. Louis. We're going to go to the Arch. We're watching a film for an hour on the history of the Arch, and then we're taking the tram ride up.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
See if we get there.
Grab lunch in St. Louis.
And dinner in the car?
Dinner in the car.
Which is what you're making now.
Yes.
Very nice. The hard part about planning for this trip was it's really 3 trips in one, because we're doing the backpacking trip at Point Reyes. Then we have our clothes and food and all our other gear for the Estes Park and Western Colorado portions of the trip. First stop on this excellent adventure, St. Louis, Missouri, home to the iconic Gateway Arch. Standing at 630 feet tall, you really can't miss it. We suggest buying your tickets ahead of time. Just be sure to know where to find them on your phone. Find our tickets?
Working on it.
Finding a 630-foot arch proves difficult. Just follow the sidewalk arrows. We booked the Architect's Vision Tour ahead of time. Pro tip, leave extra time for the Gateway Arch Museum because it's surprisingly interesting and totally free. Our tour included the documentary film, the tram ride to the top, and tickets to a 10-minute virtual reality theater that we may or may not have bailed on. The tram ride to the top was really cool, but it's a pretty tight space inside the pods. If you're claustrophobic, you might want to take a pass on this one. At the top, you are rewarded with amazing views for over 30 miles on clear days. You are limited to 10 minutes at the top, but we didn't see anyone with their stopwatches out. It's a pretty confined space at the top, but not scary at all. Honestly, it's hard to wrap your head around the fact that you're inside the arch looking down over St. Louis. Outside of the arch lies 91 acres of park grounds, a great place to walk around, reset, and grab photos from different perspectives. Yesterday, we made it to Kansas City. We checked off this as a state on our 50 after 50 bucket list by hitting, what was the name of the brewery? Discourse Brewery. Had a couple hazy IPAs. Today, we are planning on driving on to Colorado, but first we're going to take the long scenic route and take US 50 through Kansas to hopefully our first intermediate stop at the National
Barbed Wire Museum. I don't think it's national.
Yeah. Well, how do you go through Kansas without stopping at the bar? So, heading west across Kansas, we made a stop in Crosse, proudly known as the barbed wire capital of the world. And yep, there's an entire museum dedicated to barbed wire. Inside, you'll find more than 2,400 varieties of barbed wire, historic tours, and even an old raven's nest made almost entirely out of wire. It's quirky, unexpected, and honestly, a pretty fun slice of Americana. Okay, we just got out of the Kansas Barbed Wire Museum. I guess, I don't know what I expected. What did you expect?
I wasn't sure what to expect, but I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. They had probably hundreds, if not thousands, of different types of barbed wire. Kind of goes through the history. I think we were the only people in there, and when you signed a paper,
we're the only people today.
So
there were like 4 or 5 people that were there yesterday.
Yeah, so it's a very
small museum.
Yes, small museum. Not a lot of peeps in there. So I think because of that, the guy was, he was happy to sit there and talk our ears off and get a lot of good information and kind of walk through the whole museum with us and tell us a lot of different info.
It was a nice little tour. Yeah. And we watched a video, and it's donation only. There's no fee to get in.
Yep.
So it's good.
Pretty cool.
It was fun. It was a nice little stop in the middle of the day.
Indeed.
Yes.
And now we are back on the road heading to Colorado.
All right.
Finally arriving in Denver, we met up with the Venomans for an amazing Korean barbecue dinner. We'd be seeing more of them in the week that follows. While in Denver, we couldn't resist a quick stop at the REI flagship store. We said we were just browsing. 3 hours and several $100s later, we reluctantly moved on. From there, we headed up to Evergreen to visit friends and stretch our legs around the lake to soak in those classic Colorado foothills. It's kind of the place that makes you wonder why you don't live in the mountains full time. One of the highlights of this first stretch of the trip was to see Brit Floyd live at the Rocks Amphitheatre. Red Rocks is unlike any other venue, carved into natural sandstone formations with perfect acoustics and views that stretch all the way to downtown Denver. Watching a Pink Floyd tribute band play under the stars at 6,450 feet is something every music lover should experience at least once. The sound, the atmosphere, and the energy, it's excellent. After an unforgettable few days in the Denver area, with great food, great friends, and an amazing night at Red Rocks, it was time to move higher into the Rockies. Our next stop, Estes Park, gateway to the Rocky Mountain National Park and home base for our travel crew, the No Drama Llamas. Join us in episode 2 as we hike alpine lakes, spot wildlife, take on some of Colorado's most beautiful trails with plenty of laughs along the way.